This information is up to date as of patch 1.1.1. If the information is no longer accurate, I will provide updated information in the description below. Rivals of Aether 2 is structured like a live service game in a way that brings out the best of both worlds of live service and standalone releases. There are tons of cosmetics to earn and purchase to keep the player base and game thriving while feeding the devs that update the game, and you'll still be able to play the game next year. One of the game's player retention systems is the rotating coin shop, which I'll be going over today. The coin shop can be accessed by entering the shop from the main menu and tabbing over from the Featured and Events tab. It resets daily for everyone at the same time at 2 AM Central, but keep in mind it will probably be 3 AM Central off daylight savings. There is no way to force the shop to do a full refresh outside of waiting, as the shop's stock is managed server side. The coin shop's stock is unique to each player and only stocks items you don't own. This means that purchasing items thins the refresh pool, and will make an item you want more likely to appear as opposed to hoarding all of your coins waiting for it to eventually refresh in. The shop stocks 10 items of the same categories every day, with some exceptions we'll be covering later. Those categories being 2 common icons, 1 rare icon, 1 epic icon, 1 emote, 2 palettes, 2 skins, and the last slot either being a death effect or respawn platform. For consistency's sake, let's go over the rarity system. Cosmetics of the same type can have different rarities, which is why 2 items of the same cosmetic type can be priced differently. Common cosmetics are represented by a white circle, rare by a blue diamond, epic by a purple star, and the suspected legendary status is represented by an orange multi-pointed star, but at this point there are no obtainable cosmetics of that rarity, so we can ignore those for now. I'll frequently talk about bucks and coins and US dollars interchangeably, so keep in mind that the exchange rate is an easy $1 US turns into 100 bucks turns into 10,000 coins. We'll go over each of the 10 slots as they each act a little differently. The first 2 slots are common icons, followed by the rare icon slot, followed by the epic icon slot. The common slots will only ever restock with common icons, meaning purchasing every common icon will leave your shop with 2 empty spots, stocking only 8 items a day from then on. This means that unless you're trying to stock in a specific common icon you want, there's no point in purchasing every icon aside from the bragging rights. As for the rare and epic icon slot, it might restock with less rare icons after being cleared out, but I don't know of anyone who has ever bought the icons in reverse order and ergo can't confirm it. If I do get confirmation in the comments, I'll go ahead and add it to the description. Each icon pool is too expensive to make it worth it to buy out and open up an extra restock of the rarity below it, with an exception we'll cover later, assuming that's the way it works. So for instance, if you're aiming for a specific rare icon, you're better off just buying other rare icons to thin out its pool. This works for every slot in the coin shop. Just make sure you have enough coins left to actually buy the cosmetic you're forcing to restock once it shows up. The 5th slot is dedicated to emotes and disregards rarity. It will continue to restock with emotes until you've purchased every emote, and from then on will always restock with an epic icon. The 6th slot will always stock common palettes until you've bought them all, and then will begin to stock rarer palettes. The 7th slot stocks rare palettes, and I'll be honest, I have no idea what palette slots restock with, because no one in their right mind would buy out the entire palette collection before anything else in this game. But if for some reason you have, let me know in the comments. The 8th and 9th slots stock with common skins, and we don't know for sure how they'll change if rarer skins ever rotate into the coin shop. But buying out all the common skins means the slots will start stocking palettes instead. Finally, the 10th slot randomly stocks with either death effects or respawn platforms, and will continue to restock with those until you own all of them, at which point it'll start restocking with skins, and if you own all skins, it will stop restocking the slot. Whenever a new cosmetic is made available in a cosmetic type you've bought out, the moment it becomes available, even in the middle of the day, it will fill that empty slot, no refresh required, making it even more valuable to buy out the old shop to make room for the new, and get access to them with coins immediately. And if you're waiting for a specific epic icon or skin to rotate in, it's not a bad idea to buy out slots 5 and 10 respectively for more reasons than one, but we'll get into that later. Now there are some anomalies as the rules seem to be rather malleable. Sometimes you'll get an extra palette rotated in, or sometimes a slot won't stock at all. Since everything is server-side and changes so frequently, it's hard to pin down exactly how it all works. But the previously mentioned rules seem to apply much more often than not. So Soul Bird Guy, you may ask, why should I wait for items I want to appear in the coin shop when I can just purchase them from the buck shop instantly? Well, there's truly nothing stopping you from doing that. And if you want that item with all your heart, go for it. But unless that item is part of one of the bundle deals, you are turning a limited resource with abundant use into an abundant resource with limited use. There are many skins in the game that can only be bought with bucks and will not appear in your coin shop, though examples like Primal Loxodont do exist. More info in the description. That common icon you love that only costs 20 Aether bucks will feel much more expensive the moment you decide you want to buy a 1000 Aether buck skin and only have 980 bucks. But thankfully, there is a way to use the coin shop to turn coins back into bucks, though it can only be done by spending real money. Trust me when I say it's entirely worth it though, and bear with me as I do some quick math. As I've mentioned in other videos, purchasing cosmetics from bundles, such as skins, icons, emotes, whatever, from the bucks shop is perfectly fine because you can get those bucks 100% refunded if you purchase the bundle that includes those items. But what if we buy those items with coins? Surely they'll be refunded with coins, right? Well, by Dan's good graces, if we buy a bundle item from the coin shop, then buy that item's bundle, the coins get refunded as bucks. Now the $15 Hockey Loxodont bundle comes with a 1500 bucks epic skin, 500 bucks of epic cosmetics, 250 bucks and 25,000 coins, making up for a total of $25 worth of cosmetics and currencies. While the skin won't appear in the coin shop, the other cosmetics will, so if we buy those cosmetics with 50,000 coins, then the bundle will instead give us the skin, 750 bucks, and 25,000 coins. A $15 skin and $10 in currency for $15 suddenly sounds like a much better deal. And don't forget, you get 5% back on all real money purchases, such as bundles, when you use a creator code. Details are in my previous video in the description. Setting this up only requires that we prepare slots 3, 4, 5, and 10, as they're the only slots that can stock the items we frequently see appear in the epic and rare bundles. Not counting the cost of the bundle items themselves, slot 3 costs 220,000 coins to prep for an extra 120 bucks back per $20 rare bundle, with a small margin of error because I have no idea where Slasher Claren's icon stocks because it's a rare icon priced at 80 bucks. Slot 4 costs 256,000 coins to prep for an extra 80 bucks back per $15 epic bundle. Slot 5 costs 180,000 coins to prep for an extra 180 bucks back per epic bundle. And finally, slot 10 costs 78,000 coins to prep for either 180 or 240 bucks back per epic bundle. Older bundle death effects are marked as rare, but newer bundle death effects are marked as epic, hence the disparity. You can choose to prep only the slots you want, as slot 10 gives you the most bucks back, is the cheapest to prep, and opens up a third slot between bundles. I'm also a fan of prepping slot 5 because emotes are fun, or you can just wait for those bundle items to appear in your coin shop before purchasing the bundle if you're patient. Keep in mind that as more cosmetics are added to the game, this gets more expensive and time consuming to do. If you're worried about gaming the system, rest assured this is not a bug. This is a feature specifically described to work this way in the patch notes it was introduced in. It's not generating any more value, just turning your coins back into bucks, and still requires you to make a real money purchase, which only helps out the devs. Consider it a small bonus for Dan's hardest working grinders. With all that said, you should now have a near complete understanding of the coin shop and how it works. Keep in mind that this information is based entirely on my own experience of clearing the shop out, and that there are unknown, rare exceptions to restocking rules. Have you ever seen one of these exceptions in action? Been waiting for that dream cosmetic to rotate in? Have any other questions about the coin shop? Leave them in the comments and I'll definitely get back to you. While you're at it, why don't you follow that like and subscribe button as well, and maybe if you hit that bell, I'll scrawl you later.